Hi, this is Lee Lockett, partner at Stone Lockett, DUI defense firm located in Jacksonville and Jacksonville Beach, Florida. What we're going to be doing is producing a series of video clips discussing the field sobriety exercises. What are they? What are they designed to do? And whether or not you have to take the exercises. What we'll be doing in this initial clip is talking about that very important decision as to whether or not you're going to even agree to take the exercises. Now, this video clip, of course, can't be deemed to be legal advice for any particular individual scenario that you might find yourself in. It's a good idea to always, if confronted with sobriety exercises at the roadside during a DUI investigation, it's always a good idea to ask to simply call an attorney or somebody before making that very important decision. Now, the police officer may or may not let you make that phone call, but you really want to try and ask, especially if you're having doubts as to whether or not it's a good idea to take these sobriety exercises. Well, what are the issues? What are the things that you're faced with? Why is this a very important decision? Well, that's because these exercises, if you agree to do them, oftentimes are videotaped. There's a in-car dash cam that many police officers won't tell you about. They're picking up all of your statements. They're videotaping your exercises. They're videotaping you walking around. Everything is being videotaped in certain situations. Feel free to ask if there's a videotape. The officer is going to want you to do them. If you've been directed to exit the car and walk to the back of the car, to the front of the police officer's car, and they're asking you to do the exercises, it's likely that they already have some level of suspicion that you're DUI. So that's why this is a very important topic, because many people come to us after they've been arrested and they'll explain to us that they felt like they had no option, that they felt like they were required to take the exercises. Other people feel that had they declined the invitation to take the exercises, the officer would have become mad or upset and might have arrested them just because they have refused the exercises. Now, if you take out your Florida driver's license and if you look at the very bottom of your driver's license, there is an advisement that operation of a motor vehicle constitutes consent to submit to sobriety testing. The problem with that advisement, though, is it's a little vague, somewhat misleading, because it really leaves out important details. What that's referring to is not the sobriety exercises that occurs pre-arrest on the side of the road. That is a comment on the chemical test, the breath test, the blood test, and the urine test that some citizens in certain situations are obligated to take. But it doesn't specify that, so there is a little bit of confusion. So again, it's important to understand that there is no legal obligation to take the sobriety exercises at the roadside, and the police are unlikely to tell you that. You have that option. Now, understand, if you refuse to take the exercises, there are consequences in that the state could, if you're arrested and charged with a DUI, the state could use your refusal against you. However, if you do refuse to take the exercises and you're refusing because you're nervous or you're injured or for whatever reason, feel free, if you'd like, to share that reason with the police officer. They will typically document any reasons given. Why is it a big decision? Well, many experts out there will tell you that these exercises are a poor way of judging whether or not one's normal faculties are impaired. That, after all, is the main issue. DUI means that you're driving a vehicle while under the influence of drugs or alcohol to the extent that your normal faculties are impaired. The problem with these exercises are they're not testing your normal faculties. They're testing your abnormal faculties. Why do I say that? Well, when was the last time you saw somebody standing on the side of the road standing on one leg? That, you would think, would be an abnormal thing to do, or walking a straight line up and down. So the problem with these exercises are, one, they don't give you an opportunity to practice them. So if you've never done them, you might struggle just by virtue of being nervous and never having done something. Think back to the first time you played baseball. odds are when you first swung the bat, you didn't get on base, right? The same problem here. These are exercises that they're going to throw at you, but you're not going to be given an opportunity to practice them. And if you mess them up, it's going to make you look bad, and the state is likely to use that evidence against you. And again, the officers are unlikely to tell you that. So again, stay tuned for the next several clips where we're going to be discussing what these exercises are, how they're performed. I'm going to get some help, and we're going to do live demonstrations right here in our offices, right here in Jacksonville Beach, Florida. If you have any other questions or you would like to look at our FAQ section on our DUI dedicated website found at www.firstcoastdui.com, put that right there for you. Or call us 904-858-9818. We're happy to talk to you again. Lee Lockett, reminding you that bad things happen to good people. That's why we're here.